Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, is another Ninjago book video, or another Ninjago canon video, I guess, specifically regarding the Ninjago books. This is, of course, the Spinjitzu Brothers #2, the Lair of Tanabrax. I don't know how you say it, I say Tanabrax. First and foremost, if you're looking at my face and thinking, God, this guy needs to shave, don't worry, I was going to do it. Thinking about doing a day in the life of Batman, but I don't know if that's going to work out, so that's why I'm doing that. Anyway, I'll shave it for next video, don't worry. It's I'm not lazy, it's about Batman, so, you know, Batman's got a unruly face. Anyway, so Spinjitzu Brothers #2 is basically, I'll read you the kind of, I guess, synopsis. It's, Will and Garman are on a long journey to becoming Spinjitzu masters, but a strange puppet master is pulling the strings that could tear them apart. So Tanabrax is basically a big, puppet master, kind of basically an ultimate form of darkness and shadow. And he really is kind of corrupting the ninja. He basically steals people from different areas of Ninjago and different, parts of like a town, and kind of turns them into, puppets, like little baby puppet people. And at first glance, I thought, this looks kind of kiddie, kind of dumb. I don't know if Ninjago can really do puppets quite well, but it turns out they can. And I read this book a while ago, but I remember it is still the same story that you remember. The writing is still good. The action scenes are still good. Writing, book form for Ninjago really is a different medium, as I said in the first one. And this is very much a very well-crafted story that is only bogged down by two things: Bunch and Moody, which are the two main puppets in the story. Let me see if I can find a picture of them, but they are pretty... Here they are. I just showed you those guys, Bunch and Moody. They're basically henchmen, two puppets who loyally served Tanabrax in the past. They were petty thieves who wanted to be the villain's best henchmen. Now they were also the first people he turned into puppets. So, Bunch and Moody, there is a little bit of kind of like, I don't want to say I cried, because I didn't, but it's got like kind of that quote-unquote emotional punch that Ninjago likes to hit you with. And this one isn't as strong as, say, Zane's death, or, Misako's death, I guess, or Harumi's, stuff like that, Nia's sacrifice in the Seabound, but it is very much a well-thought-out piece of story that they kind of wrote here. And, the only thing about Bunch and Moody I don't like is that they're kind of, I don't want to say, like, gangster hip-hop people, but they're kind of like, they say, EO, like, hey, what's up, EO? Or, what are we supposed to do without the boss, EO? And they say, the word boss, and then like, slash or dash, and then I-O. E-O. I-O. And it gets annoying pretty effing quick. Now, Ninjago has a habit of doing that, right? Season 4 had the Anaconda guys who were like, chopping baganga bunk or whatever, I get it. They're doing it for comedic effect. They're not doing it because, it's a kid show and they gotta have comedy. No. It's a show for everyone. I'd argue Ninjago is more for teens and adults than kids, but that's just me. It's pretty effed up at times. But there is a lot of elements where Bunch and Moody are just kind of, hey, what's up, yo? How you doing, yo? Yo. It's just kind of like, all right, stop doing that. Like every other freaking page has an EO on it. And it gets annoying pretty effing quick. I get it. They're supposed to be the funny guys, whatever, the henchmen that are idiots. But it's a trope that Ninjago has done before, and I think they should stop doing it for a little bit. But again, they're not horrible. They do kind of, in the end, I'm not going to spoil the book, but in the end, there's some stuff that happens. And, they kind of, oh man, I kind of like Bunch and Moody now. Even though they're annoying as hell, I kind of do like them a bit. You get, of course, Hannah, who is, the sister of Shin, who was captured by Tanabrax's, henchman and turned into a puppet. I'm still sick. Hannah wants Garman and Wu to help rescue them and the other villagers. Then you get Obachan, who's kind of like the wise grandmother who helps him out. And then, of course, you get Tanabrax, who's, the big evil guy. Here's a picture of Tanabrax, by the way. This is something like his ultimate shadow form. Very, kind of creepy. There is a little bit of comedic stuff in this book, but it really does go about a kind of, brother versus puppet type thing, where Wu turns into a puppet and Garman has to kind of figure it out. Very cool stuff there. I really think that it's a interesting plot. Again, nothing too intense, but it is, for being a book about puppets, I was like, man, is this going to be really kiddie and dumb? But they turn it into a pretty dark and effed up storyline with Tanabrax trying to basically capture people and turn them into puppets to essentially, kind of make sure that they're under his control and spell for all eternity of Ninjago, and it's pretty jacked up. He's, of course, I do voices, so I kind of try to give him a little bit of a creepy voice when I read the book, but there's a lot of unique stuff in here. Like, here's a picture of just Tanabrax turning people into puppets, and like the souls of the people leave their body and enter Tanabrax so that he gains more power. I mean, it's a really unique story, and again, the only thing that bogs it down is Bunch and Moody going like, hey yo, hey yo, yo, you know, it's just, I'm like, yeah, stop that, do it, you know what I mean, shut up already. But the characters are really nice. Wu and Garmadon as teenagers is really cool, basically the same age as the ninja. But it's very much a unique story that kind of, you know, builds upon the world of Ninjago in a really interesting fashion that if you're a big fan of the show, you know, the canon of the show, I would recommend book 1 and this book 2. Book 3, apparently Spinjitzu Brothers number 3 is coming out next year in 2022, along with a Garmadon comic book in April, which is going to talk about what happened after Garmadon in Season 10, March of the Oni, when Garmadon kind of left the monastery after saving Lloyd and all the ninja. So, you know, it's unique stuff. Ninjago is a very, 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 very big franchise. And the fact that we're getting comic books and novels, you know, quote-unquote novels, they're picture books, but, you know, they're really good for adults, you know what I mean, and teens and kids, you know, it's really for everyone. But as an adult, as a 23-year-old who reads this stuff, it is not dumbed down, it is not kiddie, it is the same exact level of quality you would expect from the canon TV show, which is really, really fun. So I would probably think that the Cat Eye Jewel one is a little better with a, you know, just me wanting to reread it. Again, Bunch and Moody are good, but they're too comedic sometimes, and it kind of, you know, kind of bogs the story down. But Tanabrax is a really cool villain. Hannah and Oba-chan and all these people, they're really unique characters. And again, it just builds upon the world of Ninjago when Wu and Garmadon were younger, and it's a great thing. You know what I mean? It's like the Clone Wars. You know what I mean? It's just the Clone Wars is in the prequel era, but it really is set to flesh out the characters of Anakin, Obi-Wan, Padme, you know, whatever, even Jar Jar, you know. And in this, it's the same type of thing. This is before Garmadon turned evil with the venom of the Great Devourer, and of course his Oni blood took hold. So it's really unique to see all this stuff happening. Again, I would recommend it. You know what I mean? This is not as good, I don't think, as the Cat Eye Jewel, specifically because Bunch and Moody, but the pictures are nice, the story's nice, very intense, very funny at times, without being too funny. Bunch and Moody are the only thing that, like I said, kind of hold it back from being a fantastic book. But I would recommend the Lair of Tanabrax, very good book. And if you have read it, tell me in the comments what you think down below. Again, Ninjago is a great franchise, and to see it being built upon in unique books that actually contribute to the canon is really freaking cool, and I can't wait to see what they do next in the future. Again, tell me in the comments down below if you enjoyed this, and what's your favorite season of Ninjago. Mine personally is Season 8, Sons of Garmadon, but, you know, I love all 14, 15, whatever you want to call, you know, I guess the 14th is Seabound, 15th is Seabound, whatever you want to say. But anyway, Ninjago's great, great book, great series, and I'm glad they're actually doing this. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.